Ninth Element Adventure Life, welcome to winter. It is October 31st, Halloween. Happy Halloween! Ooh, okay. We are going to make some terracotta pot heaters for the house, and this is very simple. All you need is a trivet. Make sure it's wooden. A trivet is basically a piece of wood. You know, you would use this to put a hot pot on when you take it off the stove in the kitchen, or maybe if you're doing a buffet dinner or bringing a hot dish to the table, you would set the hot dish on here so that you don't scar the table with the hot dish. This plant saucer, this terracotta unfinished one, will get hot from the candles when we put them in here. So what we want to do is use one of these saucers, and you can get them at the hardware stores, and there's really elaborate ways to make these. I'm just going to show you a really simple one, and if you guys are in an area where you're having rolling blackouts or no heat, this will actually raise the temperature in the room by about 15 degrees. And a couple of tricks are, if you get these the Glima candles from IKEA, they are non-toxic and they're also soy-based. They'll burn for 4 hours, but if you put these little candles in the freezer, if you have room in your freezer or outside in the cold right now, they will burn for 8 hours. I've tried this. So you're going to use 3 of these candles, and some other supplies you'll need from your kitchen are some aluminum foil, and you're going to fold it into a little square piece like this. So I've already taken a piece out of here and folded it up. I'm just doing a very small stack here. You can do larger ones, and there's other videos on YouTube about this. I'm just sharing with you what I've got going on here tonight. So 2 sizes of terracotta pots. This one will fit inside of this one. And then something that will not catch on fire. I actually saw a YouTube video where the person was going to be using wooden chopsticks, and I was like, oh my goodness. So use things that are not going to catch on fire. So these are just little fondue sticks that go with my I have 2 fondues. One is a Swiss fondue for cheese fondue, and one is a metal one for chinois or like oil or a base fondue, which you'll see more about that at winter solstice. Okay, back to the heating. So I'm going to lay these on the pot here, going in different directions, and just make sure they're not rolling. I'm going to place my 3 candles in the middle. Okay. I'm also going to light them. This also throws a really pretty light. Okay, so we kind of want to get the candles sort of centered in a way. I'm going to tilt this up so you can see it a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to take the smallest of the terracotta pots, and we're going to place it evenly over the candles. And so you can see that there is a space between them. Okay, so keep the wood away from the flame, place the pot on the middle. Okay. Then we're going to take the tinfoil piece that I folded up all nicely, and we are going to fold that over this one, because what we want to do is block the hole in the base pot. And there are actually vent holes in the side of this one. And then we're going to take the next pot and place it over top. Okay, that's it. That's all you do. I want you to be very careful because the sides of this pot are going to get extremely hot. So once it starts to heat up, what'll happen is it'll act like a radiant heat. Kind of like one of these heaters right here. Let me move the camera a little bit. These little radiant oil heaters, can you see that? If I move the terracotta pot? These radiant oil heaters, okay? How they work is the oil heats up in here, and it radiates the heat. It's a radiator. And so this is a terracotta pot radiator. They work really well. They are fire safe. You must use the untreated, unglazed ones, because the glazed ones, if you heat up that paint, it's not meant to be on fire and it'll release lead into the air. I'm sure they use lead paint in those. So these are just the, excuse me, plain terracotta pots. Yeah, and you can use things like meat skewers as well to separate the pots. There have been people that use bread pans. The bread pans get really hot as well, and they do radiate heat from down below. I don't like how they look. So I have a bigger version of one of these going in the Honda Element. So let's take a look at it. I lit this one earlier tonight. Okay, hopefully you can see that. I'll turn a light on in here. Doesn't it look super sweet in here? Oh yeah, little crystal light. Okay, so the temperature in here is 50 degrees. We started out at 46, and here's the little fireplace here. It's so sweet. So as you saw before, this is my Swiss fondue pot holder, and this is the sternal candle holder for underneath it, and I've put some candles in there and candles in the back. And then again, I've put the nesting pots one on top of the other. I'm not going to touch it. Oh, this one's not warm yet. It's only been half an hour. But in half an hour, it's gone up 4 degrees in here. So that's not bad. Okay, thank you for joining me this evening, and I hope you all are trying to stay real warm out there, and you're using some of my tricks, dressing warm. Okay, take care. Bye.